The Archbishop Metropolitan and Primate of all Nigeria Anglican Communion, His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndukuba, has shown optimism that the hydra-headed monster called corruption can be addressed in the nation Nigeria, as he is convinced that the nation can do better and achieve its God's ordained position as a great nation under God and be a leading nation in Africa and one of the nations to be reckoned with in the world. Primate Ndukuba made this known in Abuja at a press conference ahead of the September meeting of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion Standing Committee. According to him, corruption has continued to be the bane of good governance, fueling most of the ills in the society, saying it has eaten deep into the fabrics of every community and every aspect of the national life. The result is that most Nigerians have accepted that corruption cannot be addressed and that it should be accepted.
Corruption is like the hydra-headed monster, which has continued to eat up the things that we are doing in this nation. In fact, it is the bane of good governance in our nation, because of corruption, the things that need to be done in order to help our citizens are not being done. The result is that some of us have given up resisting and fighting corruption. Some of us have accepted it as a norm. But this must be addressed and confronted. We know and we are convinced that this nation can do better. And God has given us a great destiny and position, even within this continent of Africa and in the world. This can only be realized if we can deal with this monster of corruption.
The Primate, speaking further on the war against corruption, therefore urged the governments and every well-meaning Nigerian to begin to identify and shun those acts that fuel corruption, saying government should look inward and tighten the noose and sanction public officials who engage in corrupt acts.
I therefore urge the government at states and federal levels and every well-meaning Nigerian to begin to identify and shun those acts that fuel corruption. We encourage the state and federal governments to look inwardly, to tighten the noose, and in fact, block the holes, sanction public officers who engage in corrupt acts and practices, so as to serve as a deterrent to others. We commend the initiatives of the EFCC and the ICPC in fighting corruption, but let us point out clearly that these organs of the government will not be able to function as expected unless they are given free hand and independence in their operation.